Danger. Watch yourself.
Can I, with the flow. Can I just point out, you ain't getting anything else from Eric. His excitement was wasted on a donut 2 minutes ago. 2 minutes ago. So anything, you're just going to get like, you're getting nothing from this man for the rest of the day.
You gotta make it munching sounds and But he's in danger. This man's in danger.
My mouth is moist. It is sugar coated. I'm feeling great.
Your mouth was
the
moist.
The donut was delicious.
Your mouth is moist.
It is, baby.
Ugh.
So much to talk about. Everybody, welcome to the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast. I am Eric.
Moist mouth.
I am the racially ambiguous Lord Manny Hayes.
And I am the master of moisturization, Marcus the Grand Finale.
Oh, no!
I don't even know what that means.
And the show that wasn't supposed to happen happens. And guess what? God is great. God is good. He gave us so much to talk about.
Wait a minute. First of all, they come in on the show for a sermon. Two, if God is making wrestling stories, I really hope he had better things to do with his time. If that's what you want to do with God, he's in here producing dirt sheets.
Marcus, the white man is dominating. When the baton color of the year was white, I knew everything was bad going down here from there. Just white. Called cloud or something like that. But we're not here to talk about the colors of the year. We're here to talk about Netflix is the evil empire. They are.
Hold on. I don't like this. Yeah, the fucking donut. Look how perky he is now. Fuck you. Fuck you, Eric.
Why are you jealous about my donut?
Manny, let's be honest.
Donut.
We wanted a donut too. Eric, I learned this in kindergarten. If you don't have enough to share with everybody, don't bring it out or whatever the hell that case is. Which I think is bullshit, by the way.
That's why I ate it fast. That's why I ate it
okay.
fast. You know what? The greatest thing, Marcus and Ryan quit the show because they didn't have a donut. No, Marcus and Manny. Damn, Ryan already quit the show.
I quit the show because you keep calling me Ryan. Do I look like I go for weathered humans?
Hold on.
I don't
Manny,
know, Manny.
You know what? How about this? Next week on the show, I give you the Ryan test. I have Ryan construct a test to see if you are Ryan and see if you guys have these in common. And Marcus, I believe you will have more in common with Ryan than you think. And you're going to go,
do I look like I borrow money and have no intention of giving it back?
I think that's most people in life, man. They don't.
That's question
especially
number
when people borrow money from you and they think that you have money, they think they don't have to pay you back. And they think they can come back and ask you to borrow more money. And it's up to you to stop that cycle.
Oh, my God. Why?
Yeah, there it is.
This phone only rings when I do the show.
Because it's your freaks calling. That baby, you available? No, you know I'm trying to eat. I'll bring you a donut.
It's the people who are on my I may owe money to, but they're just spam. I don't know who these people are.
So come out at night. Who's he talking to that comes out in the morning?
The morning freaks. I woke up, baby, and I was thinking about you.
So allow us to be more professional
breakfast
here. Allow us to be more professional here. We do have a lot to talk about. We have to talk about.
You eat this pussy and this oatmeal.
We got to talk about AEW Dynamite. We have to talk about Smackdown. We have so much news. And then we have the conclusion of the finals for the 80s cartoon bracket. So let's just jump right back into it. Netflix has acquired the rights to Warner Brothers and Discovery, like streaming it. Like pretty much Netflix has become a conglomerate. And the first thing I thought was like, damn, my Netflix price is about to go up some more. But I think the first thing that wrestling fans are concerned with is that what will happen to Dynamite and AEW. I don't know if anything will happen to AEW in this situation because I don't know if Netflix signed an exclusive agreement with WWE saying that they were the only platform that can stream. And then on top of that, I don't know how long it's going to take them to merge the HBO Go into Netflix if they plan on doing that. You know, it's a lot of different things that happen. Marcus, I know you have your
HBO Go,
HBO Max,
18
HBO Go. Ago. But Marcus, I know you have your ear to the street because you love everything in the entertainment field when it comes to streaming and stuff like that. Marcus, can you please break down?
I've canceled more streaming services this year than I've ever did in my life.
Yeah, you have experience, Marcus, and please, we're turning to you for knowledge. Just like in the news when we throw it to you.
Okay.
Take it, Marcus.
Oh. Well, Fuck all this, man. Fuck all this. You cut to the newsman and said, fuck it. Fuck it. Okay? This is nonsense. I'm tired of all this money being thrown around. I'm tired of people merging together. I'm tired of Warner Brothers Discovery being sold and tossed around all the time. I'm tired of AEW being in jeopardy. Fuck all this, man. Let these people live. And do I have any doubt? Do I have any doubt in my mind that Netflix has no intention of doing AEW? I believe so. They have no intention of doing AEW on Netflix. WWE will get in their head or TKO and say, nah, man, we don't have room for a number 2. Business-wise, I see no problem adding them to the family. It's another wrestling promotion. I think it's bullshit. I feel
like they're gonna. I get the feeling that Netflix is probably gonna run HBO Max separately to at the actual Netflix thing, because Tony Khan at the ROH press conference post media scrum last night said that they're firmly they ain't going anywhere at this moment in time.
That's what
I think they're contracted for 2027. So
yeah.
I don't think any major change is actually going to happen, because I think they're still going to exist on TNT and TBS. And
in my opinion, I don't think it's going to affect the streaming as much. I think it's going to affect the film distribution more, because I think that Netflix is going to try to use the Warner Brothers IPs to expand their properties by showing their movies on their platform and stuff like that. Because I think the CEO went out on says that he wants to give the people what they want, and he's under the impression that people do not want to go to movie theaters to watch movies, that they want to watch them at home. I can push back to that a little bit, because I think the experience of watching a movie in IMAX is a great experience if the prices are right and the person next to you don't stink. There's a lot of caveats that make it a good experience. I know Manny doesn't like people, and I think I'll turn to Manny. This is the course, but Manny, this is you. I know you don't care for people in the theaters and stuff like that. So are you more excited about the possibilities of more streaming things being provided to you at home?
No, so my issue is I do have problems with people. However, the movie theater is probably one of the only places where I don't have every single one of my devices near me, and I'm not gonna get disrupted by looking at my phone. I know I'm there for a reason, and I'm not gonna get distracted by my phone. So I think that still needs to exist. Because if I was at home, there's that pause button. They should take away the pause button from everything.
Or how about you guys get some discipline? The ones who need to pause and look at their phone.
No, Mark, because
get a dying phone like me.
No, if I'm in a movie theater, I will hold my pee till the very last minute that I can't hold it no more to enjoy that movie, because I don't want to miss a thing. But if I'm at home, I'll pause it, and then I'll go and then do something and forget that I was even watching that, and then come back and be like, oh.
And with all due respect to Manny, we all know that Manny is prone to hitting that ×2 button when he's watching a movie. Like, I can watch this movie quicker. Let me do it at ×2.
Hey. Netflix only let you go to 1.5.
See, like, he knows. He knows.
So I believe that Eric, I agree with you about their distribution of movies and stuff, and that they're gonna start putting fucking Superman or Batman on there and stuff, and maybe they will try to do the day of release and stuff like they do the what's the Knives Out stuff, and just be like, we're just releasing movies, guys. We're just releasing movies. I think people love the movies. I think people enjoy the movies. I think the problem is there ain't nothing to go see. The problem is the studios don't know what to give people. They don't know, do we do this? Do we do this? Is this politically correct? Is this not politically correct? Do we have this going on for us? And you have all this going on instead of just saying, this is a movie. Go watch Die Hard.
How much you think your Netflix premium is going to go up from this?
Shit, it's gonna at least jump $15 eventually, probably gradually though.
But you know what? Hopefully, I believe it's only going to affect the American audience, because I believe it's going to go after us more than important. I think in the world, you guys are going to get all the Netflix, Warner Bros. Stuff, and it's not going to be HBO Max and Netflix or whatever. It will just be Netflix. Here, we're probably going to have, like you said, multiple streamings to do it.
The interesting thing about the whole entire process, though, is that we can look at this as a positive thing. And I mean, and I don't like conglomerates or conglomerations, stuff like that. But at least at this point, Netflix has a pretty good infrastructure where stuff is not happening as bad when they do their live shows like they did a couple of years ago, where like where you couldn't watch stuff depending on the demand. So I think that they have that.
That was
going
only the
on.
Mike Tyson fight.
That was only Mike Tyson fight.
And that was the biggest fight of like in the past, 30 years.
I'm curious though, will they now allow us to watch replays of like AEW special pay-per-views and stuff, like maybe months afterwards? Like that's like one of the things that I would like to think. Like if they opened up the way where you can go see the old product, you might get more fans. And I do not sell Honda Civics. I only sell Accords. And with that being said,
Subarus.
What's wrong with Civics? Civics are amazing.
They're small, man. A fat man of my statue ain't getting a Civic.
I would love for a fat man to sell me a silver car and then have to get in and say it's so roomy. And then he's in there, you see him struggling. I just think it'd be funny. But they already have all their pay-per-views on Max and shit.
Yeah. So I mean it's but you have to pay for it. It's like yeah, you do.
No, after like 6 months or something.
Oh, after 6 months?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a 6 month period. Well, that's so. Before we talk about the other piece of
no, I still got more.
Oh, go ahead then.
The question is, if they are planning on, let's say they get rid of Max, and they said we're going to keep AEW, do you think they will do that? And do you think that would have WWE and AEW collaborate? And would you do that?
I don't think so. The thing about it, they won't collaborate because the only thing that they're making deals with is distribution. There's not anything about the product. It's that this is who they signed a contract to put their product out into the world. So that doesn't make AEW or WWE more prone to work with each other because it's just like we're just on the same network. And like it'll be different if Netflix would go and do something stupid like, all right, we're gonna put Dynamite on at the same time as Raw. Then that's like now you're generating competition for no reason. But I also think that in the age of on-demand television, it's not as cutthroat as it was, let's say, 20 years ago, where you didn't have the internet and you had to tune in to your TV. I mean, even before DVRs, where you had to be there to watch it, or you could record it.
Let me ask you two a question with the American market. If Netflix was to absorb AEW, or they terminated their business doing to AEW, what's left for them to go? Would they have to go to Peacock, or what's left? Because WWE have got ties to ESPN.
I think
which
it
means they got
will be
ties
NBC.
to Disney.
NBC is the only entity left.
Why would they pay for it?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's still other because it wouldn't be TV. It would probably go to like another stream. We got Peacock and Amazon.
But
Amazon would probably scoop it up.
Amazon or there's Paramount, right?
No, Paramount is kind of. I forget who owns Paramount
There's
right now.
There's CBS.
But I don't think they're going to get that.
Why not? But my thing is, if I'm AEW, bring us in. If I'm Netflix, bring them in. If I'm WWE, bring them in. It doesn't hurt. If we're all under the same umbrella, it's not about TV ratings anymore anyway. We can make more money if we work together than being enemies. If we're on the same network, we can collab, and I feel like there's no reason why not to. So there's no reason. There's no drawback. Netflix wants to increase their subscriber amount, and that's the main goal. That's their main goal. Let me get as many subscribers as possible. And I feel like it doesn't hurt if WWE and AEW is on the same fucking streaming service, and if they work together, it doesn't hurt because it's all in house. It's all the same money. It's all the same money. We're not getting extra for people watching WWE. We're not getting extra for people watching AEW. Same shit.
Let me read the press release, just the top part. It says, transaction unites Warner Brothers' iconic franchises and storied libraries with Netflix leading entertainment service, creating an extraordinary offering for consumers. Netflix to maintain Warner Brothers' current operations. Combination will offer more choice and greater value for consumers, create more opportunities for the creative community, and generate shareholder value. Acquisition will strengthen the entertainment industry. So this is hyperbole. And quite frankly, this is the same thing that I think TKO told Disney and ESPN when they made their deal. And according to rumblings going on amongst the internet, is that ESPN is a tad bit disgusted and disgruntled with what they're getting from WWE, where the product is not excelling. And I say this, You cannot take people who were paying $9.99 for a product and then tell them, oh, now you're going to pay $20 more when the economy is not booming and expect to have people follow.
Why are people paying $9.99?
I mean, $9.99.
Who paying $9.99?
No, when we had the network in Peacock, like it was.
Oh,
you
was going 10 years ago.
No, I'm just saying that it was Peacock was what $14.99 but if you signed up with WWE at the beginning, it was $9.99 for like 2 years. But now you're trying to tell me you want to increase that to $30, and when there's other options for you to do it, it just doesn't make sense.
It's not just straight up $30, is it? Because you've got Disney Plus and all that included in that shit, right?
Allegedly, but they can always change that. But it's like Disney Plus with ads, which is like very hard to watch. Like you can watch a movie.
You don't get Disney Plus with it. It's separate. You can buy ESPN within Disney Plus.
So wait. So Disney Plus comes with what? Tubi?
So there's a difference between Disney. There's a difference between the ESPN app and ESPN Plus and Disney Plus. So ESPN Plus comes with Disney Plus and the Hulu package and all that shit. But the ESPN app is actually separate, and you'll have to actually pay the $30 to get the ESPN app to watch your sporting events, unless you have them via a cable provider, and that's starting, I think, next year.
Well, no, I finally got my activation, so now I have it where I can log into the streaming. But once again, it's still very hard to navigate. I just can't find what I'm looking for. Like, I would say that we were extremely spoiled with the WWE Network. Like, it was like, oh, this is what I want to see. We went to Peacock. Peacock was okay, wasn't great. But now, like, ESPN is just, it's too much stuff. And I think that, unfortunately, I don't think that WWE is going to be with TKO I think they're going to sell WWE because I think TKO is a failing business model. And I think the only thing that's profitable is WWE. And they're losing profit now because they cannot.
UFC!
Huh? UFC's not making money, Mark.
UFC is making money.
No, I don't think the UFC is as profitable as the WWE because the UFC can't really overdo the merch like the WWE do.
No, they overdo ticket sales though.
Yeah, but so does WWE at this moment in time.
Right, with WWE, you have ticket sales, you have merch, you have the deal with Saudi Arabia, you have all these different things. You have
same things UFC has.
You have multiple revenue streams. Marcus, ain't nobody buying no UFC. No one can tell you who the star UFC fighters are.
No, but I'm saying UFC is still the biggest promotion. People are more likely to watch UFC than they would on WWE.
I disagree.
WWE is a very niche audience.
No one talks about UFC.
Even the ESPN, you don't hear ESPN talk about we're upset with UFC.
I don't think, but I think UFC is dying. I think that's why TKO is in debt. I just don't think that UFC is what it once was.
No, they're only in debt because they bought WWE. They got the money all from UFC. The UFC is doing fine. They're doing fine. There's no slowdown in the UFC. You can ask me, but the UFC is doing fine. The fighters aren't getting paid. Everybody's happy.
The fighters aren't getting paid?
They're not getting paid. Everybody's happy. That's their main issue. They're not paying their fighters. But other than that, they're making money hand over fist.
But isn't that the same? Isn't that the same argument when WWE now that they're not paying the wrestlers? As Nick Khan said, if you're at the top, you're making good money. If you in the middle, you're gonna be all right.
It's the same thing, yeah, same concept.
But I just think that UFC won't be around. I don't think people cares about Ultimate Fighting at the moment. I just don't think it is.
Eric, I believe you're underestimating the other side of this demographic. You may not care, and in your algorithm, UFC don't come up. But you can talk about UFC randomly anybody on the street at this point.
So are you a big
half of your social media? It's bigger than WWE.
You're still a UFC fan?
Yeah, but I don't watch it because I work Saturdays and I don't watch it. But I'll still watch UFC. The thing about UFC is that WWE is considering Donald Trump coming to John Cena's last match. He's at UFC every single show. They sell out every single show at those UFCs with max prices. There's no pictures of half-empty UFC shows, even on their low nights. They selling out the Cosmo arenas, theaters, and shit. UFC is still doing good business.
I mean,
boxing, on the other hand, struggling.
I just think combat sports are not there, and I just think that, especially with TKO and their pricing raise, it's no desire for me to want to do anything. Like it's crazy. Like when you think about like WrestleMania, for example, like in the Vince era, when WrestleMania tickets were announced like in November. Next, you know, well, we're sold out. We have limited tickets. Now we just see like, hey, we got individual tickets left. We got dual date. Like, no one is trying to put that coin out there to go see this product.
I mean, you could say that, but last week for WWE Survivor Series War Games, a terrible show, poorly advertised show. They still got about 40. They say 46. I'm gonna say about 30,000 people to show up to that goddamn show, and people paid those prices. People paid the original prices. So the money isn't there for a lot of people, but the people who are willing to pay for it are still paying for this shit, no matter what. WWE, there will probably be a bottom out, but UFC has not slowed down.
And good news though, WWE did help somebody with an assist. Apparently now TNA struck a TV deal with AMC starting in 2026. They will be airing on AMC. You know, hopefully it works out for them. I don't know if they can keep the momentum, but you know what? More wrestling on TV is always
good. WWE, so of course they'll keep the momentum.
As soon as the young talent of WWE leave, Eric, they got nothing. And it's going to be out the way.
You mean so the old talent?
It'd just be Frankie Kazarian and them. Again, they need to freshen up their roster. If you're going to AMC, you got. I was telling this on the Wednesday show that they need a star. They need somebody that can put asses in the seats. They need to build towards somebody. We just have a bunch of, and I'm not. This is no disrespect. There's a lot of people over there that are actually good, but there are a lot of no-name people over there.
But
Stacks won last night, and I don't think he should be a champion.
No. But could you say that about all the companies? That they need a strong youth movement of somebody who could really take the reins and be that person that drives.
Yeah,
but
you know the difference is there's potential.
There's so much potential of young wrestlers coming through. However, the established names are staying longer into their late 40s, which means it's more difficult for the young guns to actually make their way into and break into that main event scene. Like this whole Raw story of Seth Rollins holding the Vision back, it's kind of true with the top stars of WWE because there's no room for these young people to break into it.
Yeah.
So Manny, my question for you:
this is like if Shea Gilgeous-Alexander in the NBA was trying to bring up the Oklahoma City Thunder, and LeBron is lingering up. Oh, he is.
Yeah, and these companies aren't willing to let their aging stars just leave because they'll go to the other company and create a buzz for that other company temporarily.
I'm just curious, and I'm going to ask you guys both this question. So Manny, in WWE, who's your 3 top prospects, young prospects in WWE and AEW for both companies? Like, who do you think that these are the people who could be that next wave of professional wrestling and bump these old people out of the way?
Well, it's Javon Oba.
Wow, Javon is the first that came out your mouth.
Javon's number 1. Javon, he might be the number 1 baby face in all the rest. There's not a single person said a bad thing about Javon anywhere.
Marcus, you'll have your time to speak. Let the Lord speak.
No, fuck you.
I don't know how old Oba is.
27.
He seems young, so he'd be in there. And then obviously the obvious choice is Braun.
Okay. And Marcus, what about you for WWE?
Well, I would go different names then, because Manny decided to take Javon.
No, but if you got the same things, that means more.
No. I'm going different names. Fuck it. I go to the other side of things in the business. I have, Sol Roca, who's going to be a star, who they plan on, I guess, just putting spotlight on, and then that young kid, LA Knight.
I think I would agree with Braun. I think Braun's Breakers promo this week showed that he could be a main event player. Somebody that's really creeping up, and I know he's a little bit older, but I don't equate age. I more equate screen time. I'm going to say Solo Sikoa. His promo on SmackDown, I was like, damn, Solo doing it. And they didn't have the face paint on. And you know what? I like Javon. I think all the women are great, personally. So I think they have a great roster with women. So I don't think that's their problem.
Can I give you my question that I thought about last night?
Yeah.
This is the question. This is a personal question to me. This is the CP3 question of the week.
Okay.
And it's only going to exist probably this week.
Who you kicking out
if there was a wrestler you could fire at 3 a.m. and tell him, just get the fuck out of here, who would it be?
I'll give you 6.
Don Callis.
I already know who Manny Sicks is as soon as he said it.
Who's your six, man?
The Wyatt.
Wyatt Sicks.
Oh, shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Don Callis, but he's whatever. He's better. But what about AEW, Marcus? Who are your AEW top prospects?
Well, Takeshka's still young. Takeshka, Kevin Knight, Kyle Fletcher's out there in the streets doing stuff. Has potential. Nick Wayne's only 19, and you know what? Only 19.
I don't like him though.
There's moments to grow. He's young. You don't have to like people when they're made right away, but I think there's potential there.
I agree on Takeshka, but I don't, like the language barrier might be a problem. I don't know if he's working on that or not.
Don't need to, man. Just have
Cal Fletcher. I just don't like Cal Fletcher, but I think he's a great bad guy, so I guess he does fit in that situation. And I'm hard pressed for a third one, unfortunately. I haven't seen enough Kevin Knight to really say
Bandito.
Huh? Bandito is nice, but
Bandito?
I don't know how old Bandito is. I just want to throw his name out there.
But the thing about it, when we talk about the next story that Sarah Stock broke about how Mexicans are treated in AEW. Oh, wow. Bandito's only 30 years old.
Yeah. And before we go further, if Will protects himself, Will Ospreay is still young. He needs to protect himself, though.
Yeah, but Marcus, he's not.
Take a risk.
He's not.
He's young.
No, but he's not going to protect himself.
Oh.
He's 32.
Like I think
that's still young. I'm not
32.
aging him out. I mean, wrestlers, AJ's what, like 49 or 8'6" or whatever it is? CM Punk and all these old motherfuckers? 32 Marcus, is young considering today.
I think the thing about it is that when you really think about Will Ospreay's style of wrestling, he is about delivering the fans the best show possible. He will put his body on the line. It's kind of like a Darby Allin. It's just it's a very
but you know what? People evolve. AJ evolved his style. Rey Mysterio evolved his style. You never know over time. People slow. Seth Rollins evolved his style.
Manny,
every now and then people will slow down.
You have conversations with Ospreay from time to time. Do you think he could change?
I think I definitely think after this injury, I think he might have to change his style anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to adjust. He has in times he has adjusted his style, but I feel when he went to AEW, there was that period in New Japan where he was wrestling. He built himself up to be a heavyweight, making that step from junior heavyweight, and he was wrestling a certain style that wasn't so much what he's doing in AEW. But he's reverted back to that in AEW, and that may have added some mileage to him, much like Swerve.
Mm-hmm.
Swerve's taken a lot of bumps that he probably shouldn't have. But and that's the case of AEW this year. AEW's got way more violent this year in comparison to the other 4 years they've been in business.
Yeah, I mean, I think the problem with AEW is that they feel that that's the only thing that they can do to appease their audience is create more and more violence. I don't, and it's like I want them to turn the violence down. I want the violence to mean something more than just to have violence. You know what I mean? Like, I want it to mean like, we're violent for a reason.
Yeah, I thought the Continental Classic this week with the match between Claudio and Jon Moxley on Dynamite. I didn't watch Final Battle. I missed it, but the match between Jon Moxley and it had violence for a reason. I thought the bleeding and stuff in that match actually showed the purpose of these guys are willing to take each other out for this, and they told a good story. And you could do that, and they didn't work as hard, and it wasn't as risky as most of the Mox matches of and shit.
I get what you're saying like that, but then like the women's tag match this week, that didn't need to be a stipulation match.
No. I don't know why that was. When they said it was a what kind of street fight was it, or what did they say it was?
It was an unnecessary street fight. It didn't matter.
I can't remember what it was called, but it was some type of death match, and I was like, why?
It's Christmas death match.
Oh yeah, but I'm going to agree with you, Marcus. I thought, for me personally, the whole presentation for Claudio versus Jon Moxley was probably one of the best storytelling aspects that AEW has done in a long while, because not only was the match taking place, but you had Bryan Danielson on commentating, who was a member of the Blackpool Combat Club, and now Death Riders. And so he's giving insight of how Jon Moxley got where he was and things of that nature. And he built the legend of Jon Moxley up for Claudio to defeat him. And it's like,
You
oh,
called that man boring. Look
No,
at him.
well, Claudio's
He told you that
boring.
story. He made that story. I'm talking about Danielson.
no, but
He
Mark,
gave the insight. No, it's too late. It's too late.
No.
You complimented him.
every other time he's boring, but he really provided something because it was like a narrative of thing. And it was like, it was a nice narrative that they've been trying to do with the Death Riders. I don't think everything else works with that. And I have to ask you guys this question. Do we talk about Dynamite and then talk about Sarah Stock? Or do we not talk about Sarah Stock and talk about Dynamite? What do you guys want to do?
I think we should talk about SmackDown because it happened yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. So,
Dynamite, you just pick out your standing out bits. I don't think.
Well, SmackDown started off with a recap and all that good stuff, and then we have I think it was Drew McIntyre pulling up to the scene. He pulled up.
Drew
in his
wanted to
white
come
truck.
to work. He wanted to come to
He
work.
came to work.
Again, the man was suspended. Why the hell does this man? I swear to God. Why the hell does this man continue to show up to work?
Marcus,
Because
let me answer you this. I think Nick Aldis hasn't been very clear about this suspension
He
detail.
has not.
Because if I told you, Marcus, you're suspended for 4 weeks, that means you cannot come to work for 4 weeks. He just said flat out, you're suspended.
Yeah.
I don't think he's communicated with Drew when he can come back. So Drew's just coming in whenever it's like, maybe it's over. Maybe.
And Manny,
Well, suspensions, they don't communicate with you right
hold on.
away. Be like, we're gonna bring you back. No, they say you gotta go to HR.
Because suspension goes, we're going to suspend you for this week with this amount of pay.
And then the problem is though, too,
Yeah.
Marcus, that he keeps getting his check. And so he keeps getting his check, so he think his suspended is being appealed. Paul Heyman
You
said
guys
he's
are
gonna
making
appeal.
this false narrative.
Mar-
These are
Marcus-
two people that
Marcus-
have never seen
Marcus-
this or
Marcus-
has
Marcus-
suspended somebody.
Marcus, you should know because
I
you
have
have
suspended
experience with it
somebody.
this week, Marcus, because Chris Paul was sent home by the Clippers. He has not
Yeah,
been
he
let
was
go.
fired. That
He was
was
sent
fired.
home. No, he
That
was
was
sent
a fire.
home.
That was suspension. He was-
I'm just saying, though. So you have him pull up. Nick has security because I guess someone told him that he was on the road. Security's like, you can't come in, you suspended. Next thing you know, Cody, who is dressed for war, hops into the other man's truck.
It's not.
And he had the jacket on. He wasn't
He
in a
was in
suit.
a suit. He was in a suit. War.
No, there was a comment in the mid-card message like, I can assume that Cody is on his bullshit today because he is not in his suit.
Marcus, he was in a jacket with a camouflage nightmare
logo.
thing. I was like, yeah, that man was dressed for war, Marcus.
Well,
He
had
got
his
there.
overalls and shit on. And
He
was dressed for a fight.
Yeah, he got his licks in, and then he proceeded down to the ring and said, God damn it. He didn't say God damn it. Nick Aldis unsuspend Drew McIntyre because he is a cockroach and I need to stomp him out. And I was like, okay. It was very passionate. It was interesting. Oh, but then my biggest problem, there was no follow-up. Nick Aldis never said that he was retracting the suspension or giving Cody his way. We just don't know. Marcus, what did you think about this whole opening of Friday Night SmackDown?
it felt ridiculous. I just don't buy Triple H showing up when they suspended. Like, I thought he was gonna go away, but when he showed up right away, Cody attacks, and then I don't buy. Maybe I'm just a pettier person. It's true. It's probably true. But
'cause I feel like this
if
happens
my
in
enemy
schools.
was suspended and on the verge of getting fired, I feel that's more of a reward than me kicking his ass. Like, I'm taking
Well, this
food off your
happened- this
table for
happened-
generations right now.
No, because this happens in schools when a kid gets suspended, they ain't got anything better to do, so they turn up and just hang around outside. the
Kids,
school.
Drew McIntyre's a grown ass man.
He ain't got anything better to do.
Marcus,
He has a wife and kid.
Marcus, I agree with Manny.
don't
I've
have
had
no
people
kids.
who've been
He got
suspended
cats.
at my job who still come to work, and they have to be escorted out. Marcus, this happens. This happens.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe week 1. Not
But-
week 5 of the
but
suspension
Marcus,
or wherever we are. He's
again,
been
the terms
suspended
of the
for
suspe- the
4
terms-
weeks.
But see,
No, the terms of suspension had never been
no,
dealt
but
with.
then Manny, I think Marcus is not accepting the fact that Drew McIntyre actually gave reasons why he thought he could show up to work. He said, "Hey, my team won. I thought Paul Heyman took care of this. Like, he thought he was clear." Manny is right. Nick Aldis has not said, hey, you're going to be going for 5 days, 15 days, until the next pay-per-view to 2026. Paul Heyman said he had everything worked out. He worked the pay-per-view. He worked the PLE. If I'm Drew, I'm showing up to work too. Right, Manny? I got a family to take care of.
I'm trying to work, and at worst case scenario, they don't let me in the
Yo,
building and
what?
beat Cody up.
I am not showing up to work, and I believe won the most ludicrous thing. And it reminded me how useless War Games is, that nothing was won.
No.
That Drew McIntyre did not win the freedom to come back to work in this match. So that the thought that he thinks that, oh, we won a match, we come back, I'm good. It's ridiculous. The whole thing's ridiculous.
JK Smash, I don't even know what this is about, but it gotta be something dirty if it's under papaya rules.
So I guess one of my favorite useless moments that took place on SmackDown also was backstage where you had DIY with apparently Candice LeRae, who was hanging out with the sisters who got her curly hair in. I don't know what that hairstyle was, but then like a fucking cartoon character, Carmelo comes strutting by like, hey, I got a shot tonight. I was like, why you strutting, Carmelo? Why you strutting?
He may win.
This ain't gonna win.
No, Marcus. Oh, before we got there, Manny, this is where I told Marcus, this is where the most bizarre but understanding side quest took place. We get a Damian Priest package, and then he just pulls Mommy back from wherever she was to team with him to go against Aleister Black. And I'm just like,
this made me angry.
I know it did. Go ahead, speak on it, Manny. Speak on it.
This made me angry because this is another scenario of Rhea Ripley doing bullshit when she should be focusing on things like getting her title back.
Yeah, can I add and say this is Triple H at his worst? This is Triple H at his worst. He's done nothing with Rhea since taking power. He has ruined Rhea essentially. She doesn't do anything. She's involved in everybody else's side quests. She's never involved in anything important.
She's on a side quest with EO now. That ain't even your business. Fuck EO.
Yeah, she's playing an RPG game like me. Instead of doing the main story, let me go help you find your frying pan. Oh, let me go help you find your missing dog. Do the main story arc. Go get your belt. Go get your belt.
She's possibly the biggest star in the WWE. She can argue with that. She can actually argue with that, and yet they do nothing with her on the level that they do with Cody Roman or hell, Logan Paul at this point.
But this is a very precarious situation that she's been placed in.
Precarious.
It's precarious because you have Aleister Black, who you brought in, and you have Zelina Vega. And arguably, they're a solid mid-card act. But now you're going against Rhea, who is a clear main eventer, and then you have Damian Priest, who's a lower card. Like, do you let... Like, and this is crazy, I'm probably letting Aleister and Zelina win. There's something fresher than what I've seen with the Terra Twins. And I think I have
to... You just saw the snake and you were excited.
Shut up! Shut up, Manny. Don't talk about me.
That snake had aura, Manny. The snake had aura.
No, it's something about Aleister. There is something about Aleister and his wife where they have this chemistry, clearly because they're married, but it's translating to something more interesting on screen. And the one thing about Aleister, he can give you a solid match.
It wasn't. It was only this week where it's like, okay.
Manny, this is once again, Zelina has that effect. Remember, she made Andrade relevant. And I think she's doing that with Aleister right now. And I don't like Rhea being placed in this situation because, like Marcus said, she should be focusing on getting her title back. Why aren't you getting your title back?
Or a main event story. So you call Rhea a main eventer. I'm at the point where she's just a mid-carder at best at this point, the way she's been booked. She's just a mid-card feud. She's going after tag titles? Tag titles? We know that don't mean shit.
Is this to protect
in mixed tag matches? This is Val Venus territory. Huh?
Is this just to protect her face?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I believe so. Once you get booked bad before, they protect her face.
No, but I think
like they were just throwing EO and triple threat matches with her, and they do not trust Rhea to be the star that she could be.
No, Marcus, I think Manny has hit the nail on the head. I think that we want to keep her on the TV screen because she can't go to her full capacity, and then eventually she'll make her run. When I look at the WrestleMania poster, the women thing, like their landscape of who's gonna fight who and stuff is more interesting to me than the men. I could care less. But the women have so many different aspects of it. It's like it's exciting. And also what was exciting was Ilya versus Carmelo. But we knew we weren't getting the finish. We knew. Ciampa came out. I just want to know who was the petty MFer who decided I'm going to show the replay of how the match ended to Ilya. We don't never show replays of matches to the wrestlers, and the referee saw it, and he didn't do nothing about it.
What can you do?
You already made the decision. You can't change the
decision. The decision is final. You can't reverse the decision. Do you reverse the decision in NBA games? You cannot.
Yeah, but if you
cannot.
reverse the
not how the game's
decision, Melo
played.
only wins by DQ. And the title, as we know, the title cannot change on DQ.
Yeah.
But what it led to is now that we got Dragunov versus Ciampa. This match better
I'm pissed.
this
Hey,
match
Eric,
better
Eric,
this match
this
better
is-
live up to what it should be.
This is all Dragunov's fault in the first place because he's been ducking.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
This is your fault.
Yeah, he created this problem. I mean, he could have got Ciampa out the way. I mean, it's not like Ciampa is Seth Rollins or Braun Breaker. No, someone in the main event scene. This is the Macho champion who barely makes TV every week. This is like fighting Alex Shelley. I don't know why you ducking me, but I have never seen nobody this pissed
Eric,
about
can
a
I-
win in my life and going like, "What the hell? I didn't win clean. This is outrageous." That was fake outrage.
I've got a question for you. You raised this a couple of weeks ago about Javon being that guy that can make people look good and then not end up being like a Dolph Ziggler. Is this Melo?
Yes.
I have a feeling this is just Melo. Melo's going to be that guy that just loses all the time and has a good match.
Yeah.
I see that for him.
Yeah.
Like JLG's got big plans for him, but outside of JLG's dick riding love for Melo,
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
I don't see him as the guy. I see people coming in to be the guy, like the people that were on SmackDown today, recently, but I don't see it.
You know where I see
In
Melo at?
JLG's defense, Melo, when he put in the comments that Melo is featured a lot, maybe they are trying, but
Oh, he got
he's
cheers.
featured every
He got
week.
people who's
lose.
going behind him. But you know where I see
He got people
Melo at?
behind him, but it's just I don't think it's gonna work out.
No,
Not
where I
with Triple
see,
K in charge or
you know where I see Melo
all these
at?
people code up.
You know where I see Melo at? I see Oba at. I see Trick at. They're hanging out in the room with Super Crip Charlotte. I don't know what version of Charlotte decided to show up to work today, but she was blued out. She was ready to hang out with a bunch of brothers, and it was like, what are we doing here? It just
He does hang out with a brother.
I know she does, but Manny, this was obvious. She was like, "Where the hood at?" That's what she was.
Where
She
the
was
hood,
in
where the
Texas.
hood, where the hood
Yeah,
at?
she was out there like, "What?" It was, and I was like, "Wow, Charlotte be outside. She be outside." I could care less about the match that took place.
And why are we
Because-
running it back with? Why is Alexa Bliss being put through all this work? She's got another match next week.
Yeah.
It was just like nothing was solved at War Games. We're still running the same feud. It's like, why?
I will say this though. Anytime I hear Kyrie Zane's theme song, we got it twice. I think this week. Twice this week.
Yeah, one on War Games and one this week.
Yeah, we got it twice this week. I'm always happy to hear the pirate music because
Oh.
it's ridiculous.
No,
he has no connection to that gimmick whatsoever anymore. But it's
Why
still
did you
out
walk the
there.
plank? When she was walking the plank, I was like, "Oh, throwback."
Yeah, she's back.
It's
And
time
then her
for
waiting on the ropes to do that move. I was like, man, I don't even know what she was waiting for. Like Alexa Bliss had gotten up, stood there, and waited for it. She was like, I'm jumping anyway.
Now
Made
it's
no
time
sense.
for the random Shantae comment of the night. This was brought to you during this match when Nia Jackson, Lash and Legend, ran into the ring. She said, "Man, poor Nia, she has no butt," and that ends the quote. I was
What
just
is
came out the
question?
blue.
What?
I was like, why?
I feel like there's a lot of butt going around over there on Nia. But anyway, Lash and Nia attacking the world.
Yeah, and then they cut like the hip hop walking in the backstage out of breath, like, "Get out my way before you get hurt."
This is
It was
Nia talking. What are you talking about? He's like, I'm not trying to fake by the breath. I'm tired.
Then we had the moment where
Well,
the
you
blacks
tell me what's going
the
on.
blacks from
I have
NXT showed
more
up.
to say.
What? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What do you plan on doing with them? Are they going to be the tag team, or is it like
I
are they
like-
going to
I-
run this division?
I like Lash and Nia. I think it's a good role for them.
Why are they focusing so much on the women's tag team division all of a sudden? When's this
Tag
become a
team,
thing?
tag team wrestling's back apparently.
Well, because tag team wrestling, in my opinion, helps the longevity of people's careers. Like, like if they're a little banged up, you throw them in a tag team and you can protect them because you could always do the singles matches here and there. It's a lot of stuff you could do with a tag team.
But they're taking it so serious. I just don't understand why we can't do this on the flip side with the men. I mean, it works well that there's one women's title for both shows. Now it looks like you have a bunch of tag teams. Why can't we just do that with the men instead of having two dead ass tag team divisions? That's where I'm getting at with this.
I would point out I've never seen Mi Chin call Michigan JLG, but
that's spell check.
we all know what's going down. I saw the look at B-Fab's eye. She's going to be a great henchman for Jade Cargill. It's going to happen. She's turned on Meechin. I would turn on Meechin.
You know, I don't feel like Jade is that formidable when she's like, oh, well, I'm going to go talk to Nick. Shut up.
Yeah. Also, man, I'll talk to Nick. But I would say this as the quote, a great man, Rodney King. Can't we all just get along? Just put these three together. It just seems like it makes it. You don't need to beat up Meechin. Throw her in the group.
You do. Because Meechin ain't got nothing else to do.
She ain't got nothing else to do.
You have B-Fab and Meechin doing the tag division and taking the L's, and Jay goes and do her 5-minute match. I think that's the better faction.
Meechin had a couple of weeks of well-placed baby oil, but those days have long gone us.
Now that they've separated from the War Games team, Nia and Lash need to be with Jade.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So when you guys
I'll go that route too. Either way.
When you guys saw Oba and Ricky, did the first thing that went through your head was like, oh, he's fighting Ricky Starks? Because I was like, Cody gonna fight his friend. I was like, he's fighting his friend.
Yeah, I was like, look, Oba's wearing his nice shirt.
Yeah, Shante said Oba looks slim. I was like, why you care if he looks slim?
I feel like Eric's trying to dress like Oba today.
Oh shit! I just realized that. You know, hey, I saw that, Betty. I saw that 5 seconds before you said it.
Come on, Eric, give me the ball. Show me your balls, Eric. My response to this is immediately call Eric and say, and I'm gonna say it right here. You can just text me this shit. You gonna have me fly out or bus out or drive out to this shit when all you could have did was text me and say, you know, the winner fights Cody on Saturday main event. That's all you have to do.
Hey, Marcus,
you don't fly this out. What? And then Nick built up a double build-up, unnecessary build-up. He brought Cody in the room and he was like, Cody, and let me tell you guys, surprise, you're gonna fight Cody. Oh no, let Cody tell you the surprise. I'm not gonna tell you. So, we're gonna have Cody walk in here after this man done been to fight earlier and say, I'll fight the winner. I'm the prize, man. Oh, cool.
That was my issue with the whole thing because of the placement. My placement, you're out here pissed that Drew show up to work where he just tried to go to do his job and raise his family and provide for his family. And then now also you Mr. PC guy, yeah, guys, you guys are going to fight me at Saturday Night Main Event, whoever wins your match. Like,
no, Eric, because you know when you're angry at work and then you realize you have to calm down and do some actual work. So yeah, that's what happened. Cody was like, oh, I got to do a job now.
Gotta get somebody over. But I am already upset that it's going to be Ricky Starks and Cody instead of Oba and Cody. I feel like that's the better showing. This is the John Cena return. I'm looking for the guy.
Ricky Starks is too skinny for mainstream TV.
No, that's not the truth, man. I don't mind his skinny. I don't mind his height. You know what I'm good? I'm an ageist. He's too old. This is the John Cena invitation. We're supposed to be giving young people a challenge. Ricky Starks 45 years old. Let's give the young whippersnapper a shot.
That was the other thing in the news. John Cena and Gunther are going to be going on first in effort to give everyone. So I think it's veterans versus young kids. To give them the shine instead of him being the main event.
You know.
Yeah, but can I do what most people are going to do? John Cena's over, huh? Well, that was beautiful. Click.
No, he might do a speech.
Enjoy the rest of my Saturday night.
He might do a speech at the end.
No. I think my suspicion they do it in the beginning so they don't run out of time.
Just so I can
they know they're giving John Cena like 10 minutes.
So I can speed things up to get through SmackDown. Julia had the worst beatdown I've seen on Chelsea Green. I don't know. Julia needs to be let go. I'm standing on that one. She's my new need to be.
Is that your three in the morning?
Oh no, she needs to be let go. Then I thought we had a very good segment.
So quick to fire people.
And I do. I thought Solo with his except for JC Mateo, he still looked like he's a little off.
He got that work. He got that work from Nikki Cross.
Marcus, I was sharing Nikki Cross in that situation. That was
JC got the work, and I went, man, JC. I've seen you for over 10 years in New Japan be a physical dominant specimen, but Nikki Cross on your back whooping that ass.
If I remember
correctly, at that point, Nikki Cross is a demon. I'm punching her.
Yeah, I think
he did. He hit her. He threw her down hard.
If I remember correctly, She was on his back. He tossed her off, and then he got the slow Eric Redbeard kick. I think that's what happened.
Yeah. He got a wall.
Manny, because I think Solo went out there and cut a promo of all the things that you want to say to Bo and to the Wyatt Sicks.
Yeah, fuck your legacy.
I'm gonna give the floor to you. Did you like what Solo had to say?
Yeah, all I needed him to say was you are bastardizing your brother's legacy.
Manny, he said that. He said that. He pointed to the sky. I was like, shit.
Yeah, I loved it. Solo, my new favorite wrestler.
I would say that was a great heel promo from Solo. That was a great heel promo from Solo. I thought he was going Randy Orton Eddie down their route.
And the sad part about it, when I saw this, and I'm just thinking to myself, I was like, TKO, this would have been a much better War Games match if you guys would have focused on them having issues. I think because you would have had feuds. I don't care about the stars.
Manny, every time the MFTs and the Wyatt Sicks are in the ring together, that crowd reacts.
Yeah.
I feel like they reacted stronger to that than they did to any other War Games brawls. When it's just they don't even do shit. They just show up. Bo just showed up behind him, and it was like, oh, and then they showed up behind him. People are invested into this. They don't care about your hatred of the Wyatt Sicks, Manny. Let this fight happen. This should have been the traditional Survivor Series match. This should have been the War Games match. This should have happened already. I don't understand why it's being delayed.
Yeah. Gunther and LA Knight. I think Gunther probably gave LA Knight one of his better matches.
You just hate LA.
Won his best match.
Gunther did have a Julia Hart moment when he went off the top rope. He did not reach where he let on his feet first, but whatever. I mean, I think.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give him credit because he is a big man that's wobbly on there, and he doesn't take forever like Pac does. And if anything,
Pac attack.
Well, Manny loved him some Gunther. He loved him some. He loved it when he was Walter. He loved it when he's Gunther. We know.
And there is no coming back from that Julia Hart thing. I actually went back last week to watch that. There's no coming back from that.
Might be still one of my favorite moments that happened all year in wrestling. Only because I remember
in commentary is confused about what you did. So, oh no, wait, you went for an elbow drop.
It's a flip and it's like shit. All right, I'm jumping on you.
I know there was a lot of.
There was a lot of. Like now for the dismount. Boom.
There's a lot of people upset that Gunther was the chosen one for this.
It's a better match. It's the better match.
It's the better match, and who knows? Maybe Gunther would take the loss.
Nah. They already brought up Gunther ain't lost a singles match in his entire career since making the main roster, or whatever it is, non-title matches. So I think him with that ridiculous LeBron stat.
I think Cena wants to go out the right way and go out on his back.
I expect John Cena to get his ass whooped. Just chops and beaten up. I expect it to be one of the most physical taxi matches ever. And then when it's over, it's over.
All right, now since we're including up SmackDown, before I want to go back to what Kane had to say. Let's say I'm curious to see what Melo would make of this opportunity. Sometimes one moment can make a big difference and make a main eventer out of a B-plus player like Cody, Bryan Danielson, Liv. It's a possibility, but unfortunately, there's a B about Melo that is attached to him that I just don't know that's going to happen. He's black. I just don't think that.
Triple K.
I just don't think it's going to happen. I just don't.
But with the youth movement coming through, with the young black men coming through, I think they have a better opportunity than Melo does.
Yeah.
I mean Leon Flair's going to take that spot, and then Javon's already taken the spot, and
I think it's only one person that Melo is
Leon Slater ain't going to go anywhere with that voice.
No, I think Melo is
Manny.
It's only one person I think Melo is better than right now. Who's black? That's Ricky Saints. I'll take Melo over Ricky.
I'll take Melo over Ricky.
Yeah.
I take Melo over Ricky.
Yeah, and I think Ricky might be at the bottom.
Let me tell you something. I'll take the Sugar Man over Melo.
Hey, man.
I think Sugar Man ain't nothing but Black Enzo Amore, and that's where I came up to this week. That's it. He Black Enzo.
Hey, you know what? You get the rest of you get rid of everybody else. You give me the Sugar Man and Dion Lennox, and that's a faction right there. That's the new Trick Melo gang right there.
No,
I'll put my money in Lennox. I'll put my money in Dion.
Have I ever seen Sugar Man fight? I don't think I have.
Sugar Bear's had like 8 tag matches.
But I don't think I've seen it. But he has never had a singles match.
Yeah,
No,
I think he has.
He's too much of a wild card to put in the singles.
Yeah,
Marcus,
he had a singles match recently. I can't remember who it was.
Betty, will you agree that the Sugar Man is kind of like John Moxley, just back there doing random shit just for no reason? Just like
I appreciate his craft, though. I appreciate his craft. He's always doing stuff. Even though you don't think the camera's on him, he's always doing something.
Sugar Bear's is young Stokely. If Stokely can get in the ring and be healthy.
It's funny to me how much I think over the last 3 weeks, since Mox has been taking losses, how much I appreciate Mox more and what he brings to the table. It's like, yes, I'm not the biggest fan of his bleeding and stuff like that, but he does wrestle with a purpose. And I think
I like Mox for AEW. There's no ego for him at AEW. I think
it's
very
like
clear.
He's a company man, but he's
not
out.
Will Ospreay like that as well.
Yeah, he's not out there doing flips and stuff. He's like the complete opposite of other people at AEW, but like he knows who he is. And like he's that guy, hey, we need to put the belt on somebody really quick. Give it to Mox. He can carry it and do what he needs to do.
Let me say this.
Will Swerve really outshine like the initial elite that like the AEW lot. I feel these lot bleed AEW and it's nice to see that they're willing to champion the company and put it on their backs.
Yeah, but I also add this. John Moxley ain't nothing but the real version of so Seth Rollins think he is of championing the company. Like Seth has to go out there and say, I'm a leader. We don't have leaders and all that. And John Moxley just kind of exists and just does his job and does it behind the scenes, not doing interviews talking about how much he does all this for AEW.
Yeah, but when John's given the ball, he doesn't drop it by getting hurt.
Yeah.
Every time Seth's been given the ball, he gets hurt.
Yeah.
He can't handle the weight of the ball.
That's his body. That's nothing he can do about that.
But
I still see Seth has
Marcus, I will say this,
guy.
and this is where I think that when you go back to the show and you think about that, Roman, this is an authentic version of who he is. Mox, this is an authentic version of who he is. Seth Rollins is trying to be whoever he wants the fans to like him or respect him. He doesn't know who he is. He actually, in my opinion, took a lot of advice probably from Becky and tried to pull Becky off, but he can't be Becky. Becky is Becky. Like, Seth is just, like, he's not reliable. He's just not.
Bret Hart said that he's one of those guys playing wrestler. And
he's Bret Hart in a way, but he's just a healthy.
No, he ain't Bret Hart.
He's an unhealthy Bret Hart.
He is a more athletic, but more breakable Miz.
Yeah.
Whoa,
yeah.
God damn.
And Miz has rarely had any injuries in his career because he wrestles safe.
And I think I would probably keep the Miz over Seth, just in my opinion. Just saying. So
I can't with good conscience take that. I can't, even with the injuries.
Well, because you're a Bryan Danielson fan and you can't have that. But let's just say
that's not true at all.
Dynamite started off with a match that I was like, I don't know who really wants this match, but I guess they did their best to really try to establish
it's a tournament.
No, not that match, Manny. Manny, not that. I know you forgot it already. The show of Dynamite started off with Eddie Kingston and Samoa Joe. Apparently, Eddie Kingston is gonna get a title shot against Samoa Joe, and they were talking about the whole convolution of Hook being involved and things like that. And I was just like, man, I don't think I care about any of these people involved in this segment, but I guess, Marcus, what say you?
I do like mean Samoa Joe though, Eric.
No, Samoa Joe's great, but Edddy Kingston just don't get me. He didn't make my titties jiggle. He didn't.
Well, you don't go.
No, it's not like, ooh.
Just say your hair can't go, ooh, Eddie Kingston.
Yeah. It's like, it don't do it for me.
Damn. No, whatever the match is, it's fine. I don't honestly care. I don't care, but I also think it's harmless. And you're making it like it's personal that he's fighting for the world title. There's been worse Joes in this world fighting for that world title. And Eddie makes people care.
But Marcus, this is what it is. Mark, this is one of the storylines that we're continuing giving people airtime who don't need to have it. Because like right after this segment, we go backstage to where the ops are cutting a promo, and I'm like, Hook, shut up, Hook.
We're closing the loop. But realistically, I don't believe Samoa Joe should be the current AEW champion. I just think he's too old. Just like I feel like CM Punk probably shouldn't be the current WWE champion.
Why you being an ageist, man? Why
I
you
am
being
ageist? We need a youth movement, man. Look at the world champions. They're all ancient. They're all old.
I thought Pac versus Okada was good, but I think it's better because it just led to the Don Callis family blow up in the back where, Okada talking shit, Takeshita shows up, and it's like, whatever. I mean, technically, I don't think Don Callis should have been allowed to enter 3 people into this damn tournament. Like,
no, he's in every segment. He's doing commentary. He may as well have joined the commentary team. He's there every time. But I believe this is the best story in wrestling. I believe the slow cooking of this and the implosion will be epic because it's all the tension is there. He's ready. They're ready to fight. It's just they haven't yet. So I'm assuming that it's going to end in a Continental Classic where they go head to head or something.
Fletcher versus Knight was a good match. It was points that I actually thought Knight had a chance to win, but it didn't happen. But I thought that pretty much Kyle Fletcher made sure he was dead at the end.
Yeah, man, and he had to chime in their little spat in the back, talk about I got 6, you got 3, you got 3. We making it. One of us is going through, man. Come on, what we doing?
Manny, I'm going to ask you this question because Marcus and I had this conversation already, so I'm curious what you have to say about this. What did you feel about the return of the Dark Order?
Ooh, respectfully. He's looking for the respect.
Why? Why was this needed? Why did Hangman need to dig these guys up? Why?
And Manny,
the question is, Manny, did you know when they said they're fighting Dark Order? Did you know the combatants? Did you know who they were going to dig up?
I knew Johnny Hungy was going to be around.
but Manny, I have a question for you that's even more.
I was looking for Stu Grayson.
So
he's
Manny,
gone.
Dark Order, Wyatt Sicks.
Oh, the Dark Order.
Wow.
I picked the Dark Order over the Wyatt Sicks 100 times.
Oh, man, your hate is deep. I didn't realize it went
I
didn't realize it went that deep.
It goes on. It goes even to the man that's named after the Wyatt. The Bray Wyatt, I think, is vastly overrated.
I didn't care for the FTR stuff, so I'm not going to talk about that. I mean, outside of Moxley and Claudio,
you decided to skip over that. You know, you didn't. You could just say, well, "I just want to cover these topics in AEW." Instead, say, "Nah."
No, but you guys because you guys don't talk about it, but I think that the Continental Classic matches have been entertaining. That's good.
We should do the Pop the Baloo. We should do the Pop the Baloo for wrestlers. Manny on the Y6.
Neo Eddie Kingston. Pop.
Manny on Melo.
I don't know, Marcus. Manny will let Melo talk. He'll let Melo talk.
Manny will let him talk and then pop the balloon as soon as he say, help.
Okay, but I mean, he let him walk out. Hook. But I wouldn't be on stage for that.
I would find 5. I would pop other people's balloons.
Exactly.
Pop that. By the way, also strike on SmackDown. You don't give me Mystery Man's storyline and never follow up on it. And again, this is SmackDown after Raw. No follow up. SmackDown, no follow up on who the Mystery Man was in the ending to your big War Games match.
The longer they drag it out, the more people ain't gonna care when they reveal her.
Yeah, I think people are already done with it.
No one's talking about it anymore.
Yeah,
no one cares. But Sarah Stock, who's a former employee of AEW, decided that she was going to pop the balloon on what's going on behind the scenes at AEW. Apparently, she aired out some dirty laundry about them not treating the Mexican wrestlers very well, about them not really caring about women and the safety, and it's like a whole rant that took place on X, formerly known as Twitter, where she said that they would fly the Mexican wrestlers in on Tuesday, not provide them room, board, or food, and they would have to fend for themselves and things like that. It's crazy allegations. So the thing is,
it's like they're flying out orphans. These orphans, and they have to fend for themselves. They have to find their own food. They didn't know where to go. They slept on cardboard boxes.
I think that have always known that the behind the scenes managerial stuff in AEW has not been that great. You know, because CM Punk even pointed out that about the whole thing with the limo and things of that nature. Is there a way that, like, will this even affect anything in AEW? These rants and stuff by Miss Stock. Manny, let me ask: do you think people will care?
No.
Yeah.
Why would you care about something that should be dealt with backstage? Like, that's none of your business. As long as the wrestling gets there.
Come on, man! It's the wrestling industry.
No,
It's the
but
wrestling
as long
industry.
as
Now all we do is up in people's business. You been
No,
to
we
talk
are.
about what
We-
podcast
no,
we
no, no,
covered
no.
Rikishi's DUI?
No, we are all up in other people's business, but like, as long as you make the show, I don't necessarily care. Me as a fan, but I've seen good promoters at work, like where I see Dan last night ordering Ubers for his talent to get home, and making sure they get home and stuff like that. Because he flew them in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas like
Good
when you talk about the stuff at AEW, I don't think it's for every case and everyone. There's too many wrestlers there anyway, so obviously
No, it's
things
only
this
the
will fit through
Mexicans.
the cracks. No, because CM Punk counts. It happened to CM
Yeah,
Punk.
no. CM Punk one is wild.
But yeah, I mean, I generally don't care, but I can see why people would want to. Those people that like want to hate on AEW like that, it's like, oh, Tony doesn't know how to run a company. It's very easy to jump on things like that.
You could see the way that he runs his dad runs the Jacksonville Jaguars, where it doesn't look like everything is on the up and up.
Well, that's kind of him too.
Yeah, but the thing about it, guess what? WWE ain't no great place either. I mean, like,
you have
They
to
kind of
do all
have a
that
great
shit.
HR and medical.
They do, but
No. But if you have to provide your own hotel and you have to provide your own, get yourself to the arena and stuff like that. You're on your own when you're there.
like the thing about it is, like, for me, like, I understand that these things happen. I just wish that if you were in a position of power at that point, like, why did you have to be fired before you now start talking about all this stuff? Like, these inhumane.
Excuse me?
Money.
Oh, huh?
Yeah. So, like, for me
Go
at
ahead,
that
let you
point,
finish, but-
like, stuff is true, but now I just know that now you're just trying to badmouth your old, your old boss.
Eric, Manny, this is the honest thing you gonna say. I ain't trying to hurt my paycheck. This man paying me good money. I don't know if I can ever get a job like this again with this money. You think I'm gonna jeopardize my paycheck because they're not giving people rides? I'll complain later. I complain.
Man, some people stand on principle, man. Some people do.
I mean, the principle was this is bullshit, and maybe we can fix this. But then once you fire me, the gloves are off. Fuck all y'all. This organization ain't shit. I'm sure she's on her slant.
Mark, I
now
thought
that
you
she
would
got
learn your
fired.
lesson about that, though, after what happened last
No,
time.
I'm saying who at their job going, let's say if it was at my job, people were complaining about the cafeteria food. Oh, the cafeteria food's terrible. And it's just a metaphor. Just say, oh, it's absolutely fucking terrible. I'm not gonna go to the casino or whoever I'm working for and be like, cafeteria food's terrible while I'm still working there. I'll wait.
No, so let me ask you this though. Say we're talking about. Let's use your analogy of the cafeteria food. Say I work with you.
Say I was talking about
you.
Natty,
and I negotiate a contract that I get a 3-course meal, a free premium
hell of a negotiator.
3-course meal. I negotiate that into my contract.
breakfast,
Like,
lunch, and dinner. Oh,
you have to provide that. A lot of these people that she named in her tweets probably have that all in their contract that they have to be picked up. They have to have this provided for them.
Yeah.
Those people, unfortunately, the way she described it, the Mexican performers probably didn't have that put into their contract. So they have to act like actual independent contractors and get to places and get room and board for themselves. Her argument is it might be fair, but the people she listed of people that get picked up probably all in their contracts.
But it's all pitting on the promoter, right? You said Dan out there. I'm sure it has the same principles as what Tony Khan is. Just show up, basically.
I don't think Tony Khan
but
has.
I believe Dan made the route of going the extra step up. Let me make sure you guys have a ride home.
No, Mark,
I don't know if Tony does that route.
Marcus, I don't think Tony Khan knows what he's doing. He's learning on the job. It's a certain level of humanity that you have to possess. And I think that I'm not calling Tony inhumane, but he's grown
is that
up
Tony Khan though? That's not his. When you've got that many people employed, Eric, I don't think that falls on Tony Khan.
True.
To initially blame Tony Khan for that, I don't think that's his fault.
But he hired the HR department.
Whoever he hired to do that is making the fuck up. That doesn't necessarily fall on him.
And she brings him up. She brings him up in the tweet.
Yeah, she does call him out by name.
But it all falls back to leadership from the top. If you're not making sure what's going on in your company, in the trenches of what some of these people are doing, and your bogus HR, it all comes back to you if you're at the top. So it is Tony Khan's fault, but it's not his fault. It's indirect. He should be more paying attention to what's going on. I believe Tony Khan's at fault for the story she brought up about Roosh not knowing what he was doing before 2 hours of tape, and then all of a sudden say, you got to cut a promo in English and have a 20-minute match. And it's like an hour before the show.
No,
he's not ready.
See, she can shut the fuck up because people in WWE don't know what they're doing. Sometimes in the Vince McMahon era, 5 minutes before Raw, because remember that man used to like to rip up scripts.
Or Manny, or the fair thing is that they know what the fuck they're doing, and then 5 minutes before they come out, they find out Vince don't like what they were doing in the first place and change it all up.
Hey, two wrongs don't make a right. Hold on, two wrongs do not make a right.
No, but I'm just saying,
they're both wrong. They're both wrong scenarios. I should not show up to an event and not know what I'm doing. They're both wrong. Just because Vince did it was like, this is the way it's good.
No, but Mark, I think that when you
it's all bad.
Marcus
being the one in the wrong, but like there's no perfect promoter.
Marcus, I'm going to tell you this right now. I push back against what you say because I think to me, professional wrestling does have that expectation that you work on the fly. It's like athletes doing improv. You don't know what you're going to do because you might show up and you might have this whole plan and then something happens in the real world that says, hey, you can't do this plan anymore. We have to do an audible. It's
I know this happens because being part of the Eve Discord where you get live updates of what's happening across the day on the show day. We have that we all aware that sometimes the card will change because sometimes plans change because someone can't appear, someone's got injured and all this stuff. So so her complaining about that stuff, that's completely out of line. If for instance Roosh was there all day and didn't know what was happening, why didn't he ask the question?
He probably did. And they told according to a tweet, it says they were not playing show. She just gave Roosh as an example. This is just one of the examples. And English isn't his first language, and they don't have writers there.
They got that guy.
So he has to come up and do something in English, which isn't his first language, and go out there and be like, I guess I got to do what I got to do, and don't know what the storyline is. There's no one producing the match.
But the thing about that,
I believe that should not be the norm.
But that's how a lot of indie operations work, but it should not be the norm, but it might be the norm, and it might just be the norm for him. I don't believe an indie operation fly you out and not know what they're going to do. Can I ask you a question?
Indie operation flies you out because they're not going to waste money and fly you out. They know they're going to use you if they fly you out.
Man,
Bruce, on the other hand,
I don't think
works there on a daily basis and says, they just have me here.
If I only have so much time in the world, I would rather focus on dealing with who's in the main event and what they're going on than worry about what Rush is doing. That's just me. Like, I'd rather be making sure that, hey, we got this plan with the Death Riders and all that. It's like
be in that situation.
But it happens.
Put yourself in that situation. I only care about the main event. Whatever happens on the show, though. No, you should care about the entire show. That would be just like doing any movie and saying, I only care about the final battle against Thanos. I don't care about the other shit's going on.
Yeah, Marcus is right in that sense, but where he should have probably had a conversation with Roosh of what was going on. Or maybe he hadn't come up with what was going to happen. Yeah.
It's also true.
Because you forget that people come to TV without like knowing if they're booked or not.
And that shouldn't be the case. You should actually have an idea. They should actually have this planned out.
Marcus, unfortunately, everybody shows up like Drew McIntyre, like hoping they gonna be on the show. We go hang out. I fly in.
Yeah, but they ain't suspended, Eric.
Well, his suspended was lifted because he won. He won.
He can't win.
He won. His team won. His suspension is over.
Do with anything.
For the most part, I enjoyed SmackDown, and I also enjoyed Dynamite. I thought it was a solid show. So I mean, so I thought it was a really solid week in wrestling for me. NXT was boring, but whatever.
It wasn't that boring. I mean, me and Marcus would have more fun about talking about rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, it was nothing going. Nothing happened on NXT. Nothing happened on NXT.
And Manny,
don't go out there and defend NXT.
I don't know how.
The week and it's rare.
Marcus asked me this question, how I feel about if I got a rotisserie chicken for Christmas. I don't know how I would feel because I don't know how long that rotisserie chicken has been in that box. Is it fresh?
What if you're hungry?
It's warm.
What if you're hungry?
If I'm hungry, it's a great gift.
It's warm.
Because you take a rotisserie chicken, you get a bag of coleslaw and some flour tortillas, you have lunch for at least 4 days out the week. You make your little wraps. You can do a lot. That's a very useful gift.
I heard Eric has given rotisserie chickens to the homeless community. Like
if I could afford to give like chickens to people, I would. Like, you know.
There was a video of a woman that turned up on Thanksgiving and bought up all the rotisserie chickens. Like the whole lot of them. No, let me finish.
Wait. I know, I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
She bought up all the rotisserie chickens, then set up a table, and then gave them away to the homeless.
Yeah.
That's a good move. That's a good move. But
I mean, everyone was in there arguing.
Bitch, I want a rotisserie chicken today. You gonna butt them off? You butt them off. Now I gotta get live with the homeless to get a rotisserie chicken. I had to scream it all week. Today's gonna be the day.
Eric, let me ask you this question: how would you feel if we gave you a rotisserie chicken and it was wearing a doublet?
Well, you know I don't respect doublets, so I would not be happy. Now, if it was wearing a singlet, it's different. It's different. Give me a singlet, not the doublet.
You don't want to pull the straps down?
Because you know, I do like to truce my chicken. I'll tie them up so they can get cooked, be plump.
Your bondage chicken.
Shit.
BDSM chicken.
The turkey know what I was about. Tied them legs up.
Eric gives a rotisserie chicken them Gunther elbows to the side of the neck. You gonna listen to me?
You got that right. Betty, you should have saw how I was shoving that butter up under the skin and sticking it.
Please.
Yeah, that turkey. The turkey got the work. It got to work. It was an Iron Man match.
We don't need to know how you gave the turkey the business.
Yeah, and you know what? Please don't reincarnate me as it's reincarnations. Don't reincarnate me as a turkey. I just feel like they get the worst.
Like this
they
turkey
get killed, and then they just get
mutilated.
It came out they get burned.
It became black like my family. We worked it.
That looks like a Chinese duck.
Peking duck.
Peking duck.
The way it browned.
Yeah. A lot of butter, baby. A lot of butter. That turkey was not healthy, but it was there. It was edible. And to Marcus' chagrin, it wasn't as bad as he thought it was gonna be.
The ham didn't turn out all right, huh?
I didn't make the ham though. So that concludes the wrestling portion.
No accountability.
I'm sure Eric's cooking is divine.
We that concludes the wrestling portion. So now it's time for the finals. We've waited a long time for this.
Oh, I forgot we had this. This is an hour and 17 minutes.
Yeah, that's what that's why I really didn't want to talk about Sarah Stock, but you
could have left Dynamite and Sarah on the cutting room floor. Marcus,
it's your show. I trimmed the fat a lot. But it's been 4 weeks, and it came down to 4 people to compete for the 1980s cartoon that reigned supreme. I mean, in the first bracket, Chip and Dale took the win. And the disputed second bracket, where Marcus was upset with some of the placements, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out on top. In the third bracket, to no surprise.
Did they really?
Yes. The Turtles came on top. In the third bracket, to no surprise, although Marcus said that I was being evil and vindictive, Transformers won. He wanted Dino Saucers, and Dino Saucers versus Transformers it was just why did it happen? Why did the play it happen?
Gadget, my friend. I go back all the way to Expect the Gadget.
And then we had the disqualification by Lord Manny because he said that although Dragon Ball Z was released in the 80s, it did not come to the States in the 90s. And The Simpsons won, although they were not a Saturday morning cartoon, they were a cartoon.
To be fair, Dragon Ball Z had already been eliminated, but they would have been disqualified on that merit.
So this is the Final Four. We got Chip and Dale against the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Transformers versus The Simpsons. I feel like it's.
That's what I was thinking. Transformers. Transformers. Chance flavors.
Perfectly. Do you got to transform?
Transformers.
You
Transformers.
I became a sassy old broad. Okay, leave me alone.
Transformers.
Transformers.
Okay. Hello.
Tractors in disguise.
So Manny, I'm going to go to you. We're going to go to the first matchup, Manny. Chippendale Rescue Rangers against the 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You have Chippendale versus Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo.
I feel like Monterey Jack would probably fit in with the Teenage Mutant Ninja
He
Turtles.
would.
But
He
I'm
knows
gonna
Splinter.
Cheese. The pizza and cheese, man.
I'm gonna select the Turtles. As much as I love Chippendale, I have to select the Turtles.
Marcus, what about you?
So it comes down to a lot of things, and when I don't mean the nitty gritty, it's going to come down to some circumcised mosquitoes, my friend, and that's what we're getting down to. So I have to break them in theme songs. I got Chippendale winning that one. I got to put it with cast of characters. Yeah, Chippendale theme song is better than the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have Cell Turbo. It just says the same thing over and over. It just says the same thing.
Turtles in a half shell, Turtle Power.
Yeah, no, Chippendale got them beat musically. Musically, they got them beat. Then I go with artwork and animation. Chippendale got them there too. Chippendale got them there too with artwork, animation, and character and writing. I give all that to Chippendale. Turtles have the better villains. Turtles have probably better side characters. If I could hang out with one, it'll probably be the Turtles over the Chippendale Rescue Rangers. So it's a tough choice, man. It's a tough choice. Do I want to solve mysteries or do I want to fight the Shredder? I'm going Turtles. I'm going Turtles.
You know, Marcus, if you put that
Shout
much,
out to Uncle Phil. Shout out to Uncle Phil.
Marcus, if you put that much effort to some of your other analysis in wrestling, we might be taken more seriously. You really broke that one down.
My analysis are really broken down well, but you you guys ruin them with fart and penis jokes and talking about French framers.
You
guys derail my intelligence. You people derail what I'm trying to say. Papaya, indeed.
Marcus, we might as well call you Marcus A. Smith at this point because you out here talking out your ass.
Hold on, let me make a video responding to this. It's gonna be 50 minutes of me apologizing and me saying yada yada yada. Didn't you do that? Or something like that.
If he picked anything other than Turtles, I'm gonna raise the point that time we played that Ninja Turtles game and he got very upset that he wasn't included.
No, so I think Marcus was just doing a very nice thing. He knew Chippendale was not going to win, but he wanted to point out how much he loved him some Chippendale. And I agree with Marcus. I thought Chippendale, Monterey Jack, the little bug thing, Gadget, they were this. You know what? Chippendale was a point, and then they made the new movie that was even more fun, like, Chippendale. And it's just like at this point, but when you think about all the nostalgia from the cartoon to the movies to the action figures to the comic books, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle wins that bracket hands down, and they move on to the finals. They just do. Now we go to the other side.
Team right there. That's a playoff team.
We have the Simpsons, who started off on the Tracy Ullman show, going against More Than Meets the Eye, the Transformers. Manny, I think I went to you first with Chippendale and the Turtles. So, Marcus, I go to you this time between the Simpsons and the Transformers.
Break it down,
as long-winded as my last one was stated. As long-winded as my last stated was. I am not going to be long-winded on this one. This is a definitive knockout, first-round knockout. This wasn't even close. I'm going with the Transformers. The Ninja Turtles, the Simpsons in the 80s for me were not a thing. The Simpsons in the 90s are a thing. I consider Transformers definitive cartoon of the 80s at this moment.
Manny, do you agree with Marcus?
I agree on his point. I think I probably watched The Simpsons in the 90s, not the 80s, where they probably got their start. But again, for the Transformers, I also watched those probably in the late 90s, a little bit older. Yeah, I did. You got to remember, I was an 86 kid, so I'm still watching the baby shit into the mid 90s.
Thomas in the freight train.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say This is difficult because I like both. But the one that stuck with me more with my childhood and things I remember would be The Simpsons.
Ooh.
All the things you remember, the catchphrases, all that shit. Remember that from my childhood. I don't necessarily remember each episode from Transformers like that.
The Transformers died. They died for our sins. Killed them all.
Plus the Transformers really settled with me more in the movie universe rather than the animated universe.
It always comes back to John Cena. Damn it. Go ahead, Eric.
Arguments. I mean, I'm not gonna be long-winded because I think the matchup has to be the finals, and it has to be. I think it's two IPs that have been going on. Transformers win. I like the Simpsons, but the Simpsons never grew up. They never grew up. It was like just the same. Like
well, these robots never seem to rust. What kind of?
Let's just point out the Simpsons could be in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, 2010, 2020 because they still ain't been canceled. So, and they still at the same spot that they were. So, with that being said, the 80s, I feel like Transformers were there. They were more than meets the eye. Shout out to Starscream. Shout out to Megatron. You know.
You act like you know these dudes.
And if the brackets
bring up Soundwave.
If Chip and Dale went against the Simpsons, Chip and Dale would have made it to the finals, in my opinion.
How dare you pick a team? How dare you pick something that you can't even say the name correctly? Transformers.
I can say it if I want to. So the final though is now very, very thing. It's Transformers versus Teenage Mutant Turtles. So I'm going to start out first. I'm just going to go, and I'm going to say it right now, and I'm just going off my heart and my soul. I'm going with the Turtles. Picking the Turtles. Love me some Donatello. That bow. Anytime I get a stick in my head, I think I got a bow, and I, do that a little bit.
What stick?
Don't worry about what stick I do that with. Okay? Don't worry about that.
I'm out. This tournament's ruined.
So that leaves it to you and Manny to decide the winner of this one because I've already picked the Turtles. Will you go with the Transformer, or will you go with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Okay. So this is the big matchup, Jim. We got robots that turns into cars, vice versa, and we got turtles in a half shell with their turtle power, and they're rat for a dad. Okay, we got deep peak of 80s cartoons right here. I don't think there should have been a final to any other way. If the Care Bears would have got here, the Care Bears would have got beat up, and they shouldn't have been here. No other 80 cartoons probably should have been here. Maybe Voltron could get an honorable mention. So it comes down to these two, and I'm thinking very hard, and I'm going with my heart here. I'm going with my soul, and it can't be the Ninja Turtles. It can't be. It just can't be. I think I can still remember the sounds of everything that's Transformers. There's not a better character or leader who I would not have in my locker room more than Optimus Prime. He wouldn't get kicked out like Chris Paul. He would be there forever. I have to pick Optimus Prime and Optimus Prime. The Transformers. I can't even say it. It's too many T's in this. The Transformers. I'm picking Transformers.
Wow, Manny, I didn't realize that the finals were going to actually come down to a final vote from a person from overseas, Manny, the wise man.
Bows in there,
the Lord. The Lord is here to decide between the Turtles and the Transformers. The T's versus the T's.
If Bose watched the Ninja Turtles, he would have learned how not to be a deadbeat father. Because Master Splinter fathered those young turtles and showed every grown man millennial how to be a respectable father.
How to be a daddy, man. How to be a daddy.
Work. There's a lot of stuff that didn't work in that, though. You can see it. Got them living in sewers, too.
The Ninja Turtles have some of the best side characters. Casey Jones. And I am going to pick the Ninja Turtles. Because pizza is just not the same without the Ninja Turtles.
Can I make a counter argument to this to try to sway you?
Oh, wow. He's going to try to sway.
We cannot give it to the Ninja Turtles, guys.
Why?
We cannot. As being bald men that look like turtles. We look like three of the Ninja Turtles. And what we got to do is put the mask on right now. We can't do this. It looked like it was some bias. I'm saying we give it to the robots.
No.
AI is going to look better on us if we choose the robots.
No. No, it's a Bebop rock study, man. Bebop rock study. The foot, man. The foot soldiers.
They weren't good enough to make the movies. They weren't good. You guys are letting those live action movies tamper with you. Okay, it's the live action movies tamper with you. The cartoon was not as good as Transformers. There are Transformers that died for our sins, man. Died.
But Marcus, who can forget? Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
That was racist. It was sung by Vanilla Ice.
And then on top of that,
I'm sure that went a different way in the studio.
That the foot was just as incompetent as the putties. And I appreciate the foot being incompetent. And then
all right, right now. I'm going to give you a trivia question.
Go on.
The foot in the cartoon. Human beings, ninjas, or robots?
I believe they were robots.
Exactly. Son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, Marcus.
I was hoping you fucked it up. Pick the better robots. I'm just saying.
Also, I would love to point out that
April
O'Neil's the only reporter that never wore any type of thing but that yellow jumpsuit.
Yeah, and April O'Neil
she stank.
Jamie Hayter currently looks like April O'Neil.
So anyway, let us know in the comments if you agree with the overall winner. I know Marcus is unhappy because the Transformers lost. Is there anybody that we left out of the 80s? And would you like us to do a 90s cartoon tournament? If so, let us know in the comments.
Prime.
Yep. Now if we go to war, there's going to be deaths if we did a 90s one.
Let us know in the comments if you want us to do that. We want to also wish you guys all happy holidays and everything. Is very thank you for Manny. But you're going to make it the last one to tape. I'm just making it work for that part.
People, we're making you dump. All right, just accept it. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. You got a lump of coal from us because you got this right now because we're gonna be on vacation. But anyway, we appreciate you rocking with us for the entire 2025 year. I mean, Manny and Marcus have put so much work in on the Untitled Manny and Marcus show, and I pop up here and there. Hopefully, next year we will see more people of color in prominent positions. And
black people doing good.
I'm talking about
Asians ain't.
No, I mean, Kyrie Zane and EO are carrying the show.
Well, Manny, to Okada,
this might be the best time to be an Asian. It took Okada and Takeshita. You can't give me that argument.
No,
New Japan's dead, but
I think there is no young male Asian prospect in WWE. Takeshita is probably the only one holding the lie up in
Manny. I'm just gonna tell you this right now. I'm trying to think to myself. There has never really been a successful Asian male in WWE unless you count Nakamura.
No, we know that.
No. If it's a stretch, but if you include Batista, then there's your there's your.
That's like including the Rock in the Black category.
Because I think that once again,
I count Batista more as American. I don't count him as Greek or Filipino.
Yeah.
I just think that the problem, like a lot of times with WWE, they still rely on the same narrative and they push the same people that they have. I mean, I'm certain that there's Asian wrestlers out there who could actually play more prominent roles than being a ninja or being in the mystery arts and shit like that. But they continue to stereotype them with that things until they move past that.
You know what? I see it. I see the problem is WWE, especially WWE. It's not the case in AEW that much, but like WWE see who can carry the ball and do all the interviews and all that stuff, as well as be the face of the company.
Yeah,
they don't generally look too black and Asian.
No,
they look too Samoan. And then hope to feel that feels the tide, but that doesn't feel the tide.
Yeah. The reason I giggled is because I was like, do you guys just want to do a video just overall race war? We just put who's at the top. We do it every year. Who's at the top? The white man's at the top again. Damn.
I mean, I told you the white is color of the year. 2026, color white. It's the color of the year. What the hell?
Who's at the top? The white man takes wrestling again. Another year with a white man.
No, but
I do appreciate our white listeners putting up with the race talk that we do a lot of the time, though, because I get the feeling sometimes, like when I'm in those types of conversations at work, like when it's all about inclusion and stuff like that, I can see the way people talk, and it makes other people feel uncomfortable. And just know that we don't intend that.
No, it's a very difficult because to me. There's no race. It's only the human race. We're all humans. We might be different shades. We might have different backgrounds, but at the end of the day, we're all people, and we should treat each other with love, respect, and dignity. And no one is better than anybody else. And that's just how I try to live. And when I make comments, and I say my crazy words, it's also more so in character of the people that are portraying. I don't think women are bitches and hoes and all that. That's not. It's just one of those things.
He does. He does.
I do not.
He does. He's apologizing for the future times when he's like, she's a bitch, he's a hoe, and he's the N-word, and he's a, that. And
I believe in unity. Unity.
So
He pulls up on the side street, checks on his women, is like, "Bitch, where's my money?" and then drives off.
Wow, guys! If I was that much of a pimp, we would have more money into the show.
He's a real biggie.
Yeah, we know you worth the money. Eric ain't shit but Diddy off camera. He's scheming and beating people and shooting people. And he's wilding. You ain't seen the documentary.
I saw the first part, but we had to turn it off because Shantae was doing notes.
Oh, speaking of, I need to ask you this question because we forgot to get a follow-up.
It's no follow-up, Manny. I already followed up.
There's no follow-up.
No follow-up. I told you.
Of American Vandal.
Nope.
No, but we might finish it in the new year.
It's never coming back, Manny. It's never coming back.
But what was the initial thought process from Shantae because she didn't know what this was?
No.
What,
We don't talk about it here.
Wait, she lurking?
It might be. You never know.
Shantae, if you're lurking, say hi.
Or hit the like button. By the way, if we get to 50 likes, I'm going to do a full 12-hour edition of The Dump.
50.
And I'll just watch 50 likes. You think I'm ever going to do that? You think I ever do that? It's called the 50. It calls them 50.
What's the
50 likes. And I'll do a watch along, 12-hour watch along of The Dump. That's our 12 hours of. That's the 12 hours of the best of show that we put out every year.
No, we stopped in 2023.
Yeah. But I would do the 2022 best of year. 12 hours if I get 50 likes and just watch along with you people.
In 2026, maybe there'll be more pre-recorded videos put on the channel to help drive traffic. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I play with my cameras. I don't want to cook.
Cook. We put the cook signal in the sky. You'd be like Hook, but we're cooking. We put the cook signal in the sky. You come out there, your little shorts, and look
Why I gotta wear little shorts?
I don't know.
First of all, Marcus, I don't like you thinking about me like this.
Little short and apron
and a chef hat.
You every now and then you be on the outside, just in the woods. The homeless man laying next to you in a fire.
At the point of Marcus stabbed me in the neck. If we did that, that might not be enough time in the world for him to finish reading those books on air.
Marcus can't read.
What the fuck?
I just say.
Have you seen him
What
try
do
and
you
read
mean you
notes
just
for-
said I can read, people?
Have you seen him try and read aloud on this show? It's awful.
It's not awful.
Because Marcus will be reading the Lord of the Rings and then distracted and be like, I don't understand why this happened. So I know what the book is. Like, page 1.
Where are we?
I did something incredibly old because of Tommy this week.
No, I would if I were to have to read the Lord of the Rings, you give me 100 likes, I'll read the entire Lord of the Rings.
No, this is
on
why
air
I read the
until
book.
I finish it. But as soon as there's no viewers,
fucking hell, how big's that book?
He's not pass.
This is Marcus reading the book. He reading it and he's like, "What the fuck? How much longer I got to get there?"
I always do that.
This was a good series. Enjoyed it. This is the final book.
It's too big, man. Go
Empire, it's the Empire of the Vampire. It was a great series. It ended well. I appreciate an author that says we're only going to write 3 books, and he only does 3 books. And
Eric, read this username.
Tommy C1319. At the Sharpshooters, I watched WCW Monday Nitro debut.
So he was fine.
Huh?
This is the one that made me have to get really close to the monitor to see what that.
Yeah, man, you had to put glasses on to read this one.
Really?
Anyway, I don't know who.
No, because I looked at it and it was like Tom NYC 139.
The great thing about this, they has great artwork in the book and stuff from different things.
Voldemort?
I thought that was Eddie Munster.
It's a good book.
Oh, so you just read about more? They're not black. I thought it was Empire of the Black Vampires.
There's a black guy in the book. He's gay,
always
but
one.
he's black.
It's always
You
one.
didn't even need to say that because
Yeah, who cares if he? I don't care. But they always put one.
This is it's really good. I think Manny, I think you would like the story. This imagine interview with a vampire, and he's like telling his story about how they lost the Holy Grail.
how many parts is there
3.
of this?
3.
And
By the way,
and
that
how many
is-
pages of all 3? I'm assuming they're all the same length.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want
King
to tell
says
you.
so. It's Twilight Part 2.
I won't tell you.
It's 1,036.
Say it.
This one was 766 pages.
That's
No.
not bad.
No,
That's not bad. Harry Potter was in the thousands.
no, that is at least a 12-hour listen if you would do that.
No, Manny, not 12 hours. A lot longer.
I do
think
it in
they're-
times 2.
Oh, so you go times 2 on books?
No, I do
I do
1.25.
time. It's depending on if I'm interested in the book. If I'm not interested in the book, you get times 2. If it's a topic I like, you get times 1. If it's in the middle, 1.5.
I'm 1.25. Always consistent. So, Empire of the Dawn,
What's the difference between 1.25 and 1.5?
because I think it gives a good pace where you get a little boost, but they still sound natural.
Why not just go at 1?
Because sometimes they read too slow at 1. You be like, damn.
So you need them to just go a little bit?
Yeah.
So this is
Little pepper,
basically
they
someone
step.
put sprinkling pepper on your salad where you just be like, "Ah, just one more? No. I don't. Yeah, just one more. Just one more. Damn, that was too much pepper.
Yeah.
Damn. You made that complicated, man. You keep it at 1.5 at all times so you get used to it. Or you keep it at 1 and just deal with the
Yeah.
time. If you enjoy the book, you would deal with the time.
No, I enjoyed the book. So it's a really good book. I mean, I listen to some long ass books, like 45 plus hour books and stuff like that. So I'm about to go finish another
45
series.
plus hour book.
45 plus hours.
No,
Nah, I'll read a summary.
I don't like books so much.
I think we have exhausted all of our time because I think you guys have to hop back on in a couple hours for the watch alone, and I'll be there for a little bit. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and also Happy New Year.
I hope they didn't.
Merry Christmas, all those good things that go into.
We're back next week.
Yeah, but this episode is gonna air on Christmas.
No.
Yeah, we'll be back Wednesday.
No. I'm not even going to include this bit because the Bose stuff is going to go at the end of the video.
Okay, then never mind. Well, fuck you all. Have a blessed day.
You
Yeah,
can
I'll-
edit yourself if you want.
See you guys
Hey,
Wednesday.
is it next week a watch along? We watching the last match of John Cena?
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, if
I
you
mean,
want to
you
do a show
can
again.
do a double header.
we'll see. Depends on what happens on Dynamite and on SmackDown. Does. But anyway,
A lot
stay
is happening
safe.
on SmackDown.
Yeah, everything happening on SmackDown.
Stay safe. Stay moisturized. Stay melanated. We out.
Do whatever you want with your
Melanated.
skin. I don't care if you moisturize, man. You want to be an ashy
Melanated.
motherfucker on the street? Go ahead. Not everybody gonna be melanated.
Oh, somebody need to hit the button. I guess I will.
I mean, it's your show.
Everybody can hit the damn button.